Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, mothers, fathers, daughters, sons, brothers and sisters. This is the Apex Online Racing Project Cars GT3 Season 7. I'm catching my breath, I've got to run up the stairs. Season 7, Round 7 here at the Nurburgring. My name is King-Kodiak and I'm out of breath because I was running very, very late. We have got just over 3.5 minutes to go. Let us see who is where, and I haven't got one of my things running to make the overlay work. Oh, I do apologise for that. Let me sort this out immediately. That should be that. And yes, it is. We have got 18 runners, I beg your pardon, in with us this evening. We have got Vadim on the pole lap at the moment. On the pole spot in the Audi. Morvik is in second. He is in the Bentley and not running then, so that is what he is going to do. Nick Mido in the McLaren, third position. Nicely done. Star Classic, fourth in the roof. Fifth is Wacky Racer. He's in the pits and his job is done. One tyre after being disqualified from last week's race after a steward's appeal. He finds himself now 2.5 points behind our current pole sitter, and he's currently sixth, so he's not having a good time at the current moment. But let's see if he jumps up the order. Max AFC in the Audi. Whoa, too heavy into turn one. Mazda has just jumped up to 5th position in the McLaren. Nice work, sir. 154.886. Max AFC, we just saw him going wide at turn one. He's in 8th. In the Audi, his job is done here. Colonel McCoy finishing his last lap in 9th. Jumps up to 5th. Nicely done. Very tight then at the top of the field. Well, mind you, Vadim's got quite a lead over the rest. We will see how Worn Tyre fares. Where is he? Come to that. Has he just come over the line? He has, but he's just got enough time to squeak in a lap. So we'll see how he fares at the end of it. Max, we've seen Groby, last week's winner, is down in 10th with a 155.769. Not a good run for him at present. HFO in the Bentley, 155.855 on a hot lap, just coming through. Where are we? I need to get my visual cues. He's coming towards the end, so that's the Vidal chicane. Coming through the Coca-Cola curve now. He's going to finish his lap. See where he finishes. He will be in. He remains in 11th. He remains in 11th position. Hojek in the Aston. We didn't see him last week. That's one tyre just ahead of him. He's now demoted to 8th position. So we will see how Hojek does. He's going to be cut. That's so fine when he crosses the line. Oh, hello. That was Gonzo. I beg your pardon, the camera got a bit lost there. Gonzo in their roof. He's just come through the Dunlop curve. So going through the, I think. Oh no, beg your pardon. He had just gone through the Bit curve, as it's called, or the Vorsteiner curve. He's coming to the end of his lap. Let's follow him through then. Gonzo. Oh, he's bailed. He's bailed. That's a shame. Neptune, 156.420 in the Bentley. He is remaining there. And Franco Droz in the Aston. He's in 15th. Brzanczyk in the Mercedes. He's in 16th. Fast Draw in the roof is 17. And Phantom Hamster in a battered roof is not such a lap time. Oh, someone just coming out to check a few settings, I would imagine. Wow, where is Worn Tyre? Oh, he's remained in 8th. What a disaster for Worn Tyre. So that is your qualifying results done. I don't think anyone else is actually on track. No, they weren't at that particular moment. So there you go then. Vadim taking a spectacular pole with 153.714. The only person to beat 154. Star Classic in second, nearly half a second down. Morvik in third. A great effort for the Bentley. 154.472. Nick Mido fourth. Colonel McCoy 5. And the rest, as you can see. Right, we go into the practice session. Into the warm-up session. Now, I am just going to show you how the championship standings now look. If I just do this, whoa, and that's my OBS window in the way. So there we go. That's how the how the championship now stands up with Worn Tyre, with that disqualification from last week, demotes into second, but only by 2.5 points. Lots to play with, lots to play for rather at the top. Star Classic, quite a distant third now in his roof. Nick Mido up to fourth. with his points position last time around. Groby elevates himself up to 5th place, joint in points with Wacky Racer on 88.5 with that win last week. Wonderful stuff. Morvik hoping to get a bit of better luck. Neptune got a couple of points, elevates himself into 8th. Conor McCoy sadly disconnected through last week's race, and Franco Joes got himself a secure solid 7th. He remains in 10th place. Right, let's get back on with the show then. Move the window back into place. We have a dry day race here at the Nurburgring. I'm also just going to double check that the stream is working correctly, and then I will come out for a few moments play. So we can see the glorious Nurburgring from the driver's perspective, and yes, my channel is working correctly. Lovely job. Out we come. It was only fitting I use the Mercedes-Benz here. Now, skipping out the 10-minute mark as he tends to do. Now, I've made this really, really difficult for myself by accident. As you can see, I have no driver line. The video series I'm doing at the moment on my YouTube channel, for anyone that has seen it, the driver line is already turned off for it, so it's not something I have to remember. But you may also notice I have no driver aids either, which for me is a major, major issue. I say major issue, it's something I'm not used to. So it's something that will make me go particularly slowly, but also drive probably pretty badly. So yes, cheeky plug there for my YouTube channel. I make no excuses for it. So away we go. Heading down towards the Dunlop curve. Turn number 8. Try not to lock up. Back on the power up towards the Schumacher S. I love this circuit from a commentator's perspective. I quite like it from a driver's perspective. I haven't driven a great deal of it, but I love commentating on Nurburgring. Into the Kumo curve. I think there's a few names these particular corners. Vorsteiner, or Bit curve. Turn 12. You can never pronounce this correctly. The Hutzenbetsborgen. This one, turn 13. Down towards the Vidal chicane, and I was about 3 weeks too late for that. Whoa! That's because I was looking at the map. Spun and got a cut track penalty. Oh, a double whammy there. That's turns 14 and 15. And the Coca-Cola curve here, turn 16, is the final one. And down to the line. Another minute then before the session will be started. Whoa, that's one tyre. Woo, I think it was a one tyre. That was on the one tyre. It says HFO in the relative, but HFO is in a Bentley, and that was most certainly a roof. I'm pretty sure one tyre is the only one that uses that particular livery. Now, two names that will not be in the remainder of the races for the Pro Division. That is Dangerous Ginetta, who we saw in the roof this season, and Ramdrop, a reserve driver that was brought in absence of others. They have both been elevated to the Elite League. There was some spaces on the Elite side, and the space was actually open, to be fair. It was open to the top 5 on this side. That was DG, of course, DG Ramdrop, Worn Tyre, Vadim and Star Classic. And with the exception of DG and Ramdrop obviously accepting the invitation, and best of luck to them. I mean, no ill will to them at all. It was lovely commentating on them, and I wish them well on the Elite side. But the guys that remained in... I've just realised that the 10-minute mark has elapsed. Franco. We will see about that. We will see. So yes, the other three wanted to complete their championship here in Pro. One Tyre obviously with a very good shout in winning the championship. And here we go then. The session has been skipped. 18 racers, including myself. That's a weird having a France word on the side of the livery. It's a German car. There we go. Rolling start then, as per usual. I will hold station just in case we've had any ghost cars appear. Haven't had to move anyone out of the way from the grid for a while, but we will see what happens then as the front of the grid begin to move. Should have Phantom Hamster to my right. Oh, we've got trouble. Looks like we have got a problem there. Who is it? It's Gonzo. Gonzo is in trouble. Whoa, Struth, I nearly took Phantom Hamster out. I thought he'd actually gone. Ah, he's ghosted. He has ghosted, so I cannot move him. We have lost Gonzo, sadly. Unless he's in the server twice. No, he is not. And I do not see anybody else on the grid, so I will return to my spectator's position then. Oh, Gonzo's moving. Gonzo is on the way, so we did lose Gonzo, but he has rejoined his car after I drove through it, and away he goes. So we are back up to 18 drivers then. That field's going very, very slowly. Morvic and Star Classic have swapped round. Interesting, maybe it was felt that Star Classic had cut a corner somewhere and gained an advantage over Morvic. I'm afraid I don't know that. This circuit is a little bit known for corner cutting, so hopefully we won't see too much of that. That was what actually got Warnside disqualified from last week's race. Just going to take a drink here, bear with me. Unfortunately, an inquiry was raised, and sadly the stewards decided that a disqualification was the due penalty. So that is why corner cutting on a regular basis is really not a good idea, particularly when you have me hovering over you. Now, whether or not my presence here will make any difference to these guys, I do not know. But here we go then. The field working their way up to the Kumo, isn't it? It is indeed. That's up to Kumo curve. Oh, Star Classic has stopped, which has caused the rest of the field to halt. We have got a problem here, ladies and gentlemen. We have got a definitive problem. Oh dear. The field has come to a total halt. It was Morvic calling out to Gonzo, because of course Gonzo, as we saw, was still on the grid. Star Classic's now away. There seems to be trouble with Matt stuff for some reason. No? Everyone seems to be going away again. No idea what happened there. It was the Star Classic had a particular problem that caused them to come to a total stop. So everyone's tyres are now stone cold. I wouldn't be at all surprised if we do a second formation. Whoops, camera getting rather lost there. Big old weaving going on to regain that temperature. It doesn't look like they have hit the formation, although the formation point is approaching. I believe it's on. I think it's just before the Vidal chicane. And yep, there we go. So we are getting into formation then. So only one formation now. We haven't lost anybody. Everyone is still in their respective positions, despite the fact, unless Morvic got the second position and I hadn't spotted, but I'm pretty sure Morvic and Star Classic have swapped position from their qualifying spot. But the overlay is not saying that they have actually swapped, so maybe Morvic did actually take that second position. So here they go then, the field winding around that final turn, and they are getting into the acceleration zone. So any minute Vadim will signal race, and there he goes. We are racing here at the Nurburgring, and Star Classic has had a great run on the McLaren. He's taken that third position from Nick Mido, sprinting down to the first corner, 3 wide. McLaren, Audi and McLaren. Oh, it's all very nicely done. Just going to keep an eye on the field. Oh, well done. Doesn't look like any major impacts, and brilliantly navigated everybody round. That is, I've lost track already. They're into the Mercedes Arena turn 2. Doesn't look like anybody has been flung off the track. Well done. And that's Warnside, I beg your pardon, alongside Max AOC. That is for that's getting into 8th position. Warntire's already lost a place to the Audi. Warntire having a terrible run here. Groby, last week's winner, is under pressure already from the Aston of King-Kodiak. So he's holding on to that 10th position particularly well. We'll see how that transpires. You can hear the Bentley in the background. That's HFO. Let's get back up to the front and see how these guys are getting on. Vadim in the Audi has got a perfect opportunity to try and get some distance between himself and Star Classic, who has taken that 2nd position from Morvik. I didn't see the overtake happening. I was keeping an eye on everybody else. But Star Classic is back in 2nd. He's now looking to keep an eye. Oh, Aodek's in trouble. Aodek is in trouble. Where is he? Oh, he's down to last. He's overcooked it at the Dunlop curve, I think. The Aston now down in 18th and last position. But he is still running. He's still with the pack. Let's keep an eye on the groups as they go through. Groby is on the back of Warntire. Warntire is keeping up with Max AFC. Oh, the camera's getting confused. Master is defending from... Oh, Phantom Hamster and Gronzo swap position. Oh, that camera. Oh, Phantom Hamster really has struggled with that roof all season long. That is a great shame. He's now down to 18th. He's just been overtaken by King-Kodiak and Gonzo as well. Oh, was that someone going off? Don't think it was. Oh, Fast Draw. Fast Draw's overcooked it. Overcooked it to the Vidal chicane. He's now down to 16th. He's going to lose that position to Phantom Hamster as well. And King-Kodiak is lost position as well. They're all fighting here, there and everywhere. Right, let's get back up to the front and let's see where we are. Look at that, a Star Classic on Vadim's case. As they come through the first turn, Castroless, as it's sometimes referred to, round into the Mercedes arena. Of 2, 3, 4 and 5. The team is going to have a hell of a job keeping that roof behind him. Breaking away a bit from the Bentley of Morvik. Star Classic keeping his eyes very much on the prize of Vadim. It's not the first time these two have crossed swords this season. Let's see how they get on. Colonel McCoy is in 4th position now on the roof with Nick Mido, who's fallen back a few positions since the start. He has got Wacky Racer on his tail in 6th position. Matster, it's fending off Warntire. Warntire's made his way up to 8th. It looks like he's going to get the run on the McLaren. Is he going to do a dive on the inside of the Dunlop curve? Let's have a look. No, he thinks better of it. Long way to go yet. Doesn't need to do anything silly. So we will see how Warntire gets on. He is broken away from Max AFC. Groby still got pressure from HFO in the Bentley. This pack's still fairly tightly packed. There's Franco Droz falling away a little bit from the Bentley ahead and has got his Neptune in his Bentley directly behind. Brzanczyk has got Gonzo on his tail. Gonzo beginning to get into his rhythm. Fast Draw has got King-Kodiak for company. And Wacky Razor and Nick Mano swap position. There it is, one McLaren taking another lovely move on the inside of the Hudson-Becksborgen. Nicely done, Wacky Racer up to 5th position then. Oh, that's Warntire getting through on the inside of the McLaren into 7th. Just saw the tail end of that move, but that is a hell of a pack of cars here. Oh, look at that, Matson trying to get on the inside of Warntire, but impact there, and Warntire remains in 8th position then, as a Brzanczyk and Gonzo swap position. Oh, look at that on the inside. That's Max AFC. He's looking to take that 8th position from Matster on the inside at turn 1. And he's going to claim him. Nice and clean move. That is 8th position to the Audi. Look at this. Oh, that's HFO. Lovely move on the inside of turn 1 himself. Now around the outside of turn 2. That is Groby directly ahead. Groby has remained fairly comfortable with that position. Oh, look at that. That's Aston on the middle. That's Franco Droz. On the middle, on the inside rather. Franco Droz, a lovely move there on the inside of turn 3, I think that was. Lovely stuff. And that was Groby and Matza side by side there, but Groby not going to the position at the moment. Look at the gap that Warntire's got for himself already. He is now on a charge. We've seen how well he can recover. Let's see how he gets on then. Yep, back up towards the front of the field. Oh, Morvik and Star Classic are continuing their battle. Oh, hang on to that car through the Schumacher S. Morvik, nicely done. As they head down towards the Kumo curve. There it is. Vadim's not been able to stretch his legs too much at the moment. Look how close the Bentley is to the roof. Very nicely done on the exit of the Vorsteiner curve. Now heading down to the Hudson-Becksborgen. Hello, Waldo. Good to see you, good sir. And Morvik having a look on the outside, heading down towards the Vidal chicane, but thinking better of that one. Look at behind him. That's Colonel McCoy and Wacky Racer then. Oh, what a move by the McLaren. Nicely done. A slight mistake by Colonel McCoy, and Wacky Racer made it pay for it. Beautiful move. So through and that's Max AFC in trouble. Max AFC in trouble in the Audi. There he is, losing positions. And that's Phantom Hamster and Fast Draw continuing their battle as well for 17th, 18th position. Keep an eye, never rule out this man one tyre, but there's Groby then. He's now to 9th. He's looking to take 8th from Mazda inside of turn 1. And there it is, job done. Oh, but he's still alongside the McLaren now. McLaren now having the inside for that long turn 3. Nicely done, and Groby has got that position. Oh, turn 2, I beg your pardon. And that is position Groby then in the roof. He's now up to 8th then with one of his arch nemesis from last week. In 7th then. Oh, look at that. That's Nick Mido and Colonel McCoy. Side by side then. Colonel McCoy having a fight. Another McLaren heading down towards the Dunlop curve. Oh, that's very deep for the roof. Can Nick Mido capitalise on it? On board with Nick Mido. No, he's going to have to hold station there. That's going to allow Worn Tyre to close in on them bit by bit. There is Worn Tyre. Still got some distance to gain, but certainly has the pace to do it. I'm very well, thank you, Mr. Waldo. Had a pleasant day. Well, same as any other. I work, I commentate. That's pretty much what I do at the moment. How about yourself? Hope you're well. Morvik still keeping the pressure on Star Classic for that second position. Vadim still within striking distance of the roof. Audi, roof, Bentley in the front 3. Oh, careful with that, with the exit the Vidal chicane there. Star Classic. I've had enough trouble with corner cutting recently. Do not want any more. Lovely smooth line by Morvik. Well, by all 3 of them. Now is Morvik able to get in the slipstream? Can he do something about the roof ahead? On the inside of turn 1, Star Classic moves to the inside to defend. Oh, that would look like there might have been a tiny bit of impact. Morvik held on to it. Back into the rhythm. Round the long turn 2. Not yet able to do anything about it. Let's have a quick look at lap times. Who's got the fastest lap? It is Morvik, I think. It is the Bentley of Morvik, 154.841. Very nice. Still hanging on to that third. Plenty to play for as Max AFC and HFO swap position. Wacky Racer beginning to stretch away from the Roof McLaren combo behind him as that's Colonel McCoy going a little bit wide on the entrance to I've forgotten the name of the one before Ford curve. That's turn 6 essentially. Turn 6 leading into 7. Colonel McCoy down towards the Dunlop curve. Pretty identical lines through there. There's Worn Tyre you see in the background. Oh dear, he did not have a good turn into Dunlop at all. But continues his rhythm. Groby then in 8th has broken away from the pack behind. Mazda, Frankadros, Ease Neptune and Gonzo in this pack of 4 here. This is 9, 10, 11 and 12. As they come out through the Schumacher S. Oh, that's Neptune getting quite lively on the entrance to that chicane. Probably in the slipstream of the Aston. Lost a bit of downforce he really needed. Lovely battle here. Eyes forward and eyes back all the time. This could be Neptune's opportunity to try to do something about the Aston ahead. As they come through the Hatzenbecks-Borgen. I will get it right, and there he goes, and on the inside. Oh, that's a big cut for the for the Bentley. He knew he got that wrong. He's got the cut track penalty for it. Pulls over, and he's lost the position to Ahojek as well. What a shame for Neptune. This really has not been his season, but he knew he was going to get the penalty. He bailed out of it, and through went the next Aston then. Back into the front. Here we go. This battle for the lead still ploughing on. Good look at lap times then. That fastest lap still in the hands of Morvik. Not a great deal of spread in it, certainly not at the top. Oh, that was Star Classic getting a bit out of shape. Lost track of where we are again. So that was the Ford curve, turn 7. Oh, this is Morvik's opportunity. Oh, nicely Nice defensive positioning there by Star Classic. He's going to take that inside line. Morvik's got nowhere to use the extra pace he had off that apex. It does seem that the Bentley has got the pace over the roof at the moment. Nailed to that rear wing as the Bentley. He's now moved to the outside, heading down towards the Kuma curve. No, he couldn't do anything with it. Oh, and again, that's compromised Star Classic through those curves. Through Warsteiner. Down towards Hetzenbecht. That's how close he is. He's gaining. Star Classic sticking to the inside line, making Morvik go the long way around, but again, Morvik had to get out of it. Oh, so close. Oh, well recovered by Morvik there. Got slightly out of shape, but held onto it brilliantly well. That's given Vadim the opportunity to get away at the front. Round the Coca-Cola curve. There we just saw Wacky Racer at the back of the shop, trying to get in on this particular action. This battle for 5th position still hasn't resolved itself. That is Nick Mino and Colonel McCoy. Is Nick Mino going to have a look on the inside of one? No, a little bit too far back for that. That's one tyre you see in the background, biding its times. A long way to go yet. Zero stop has been hinted at here at the Nurburgring today. So we will see how people get on. Round 3 into 4. As they leave the Mercedes arena. Oh, that's got to be careful of taking that one too wide. Again, Morvik still with Star Classic at the moment. Further down the field, Matza is on his own, but Franco Drove certainly is not. I say Matza's on his own. He's broke away to about a second from these guys. Oh, that's Gonzo's had a good run on the Aston Martin, but couldn't do anything with it. Oh, Franco Drove's taking a very early apex there. It's going to compromise his exit speed. Gonzo had the pace but couldn't use it. As they come through the bit curve, that's 10, 11, 12, 13, you see there. Oh my goodness me, Neptune was going very, very deep into the Dunlop curve, just about hung onto it. I wasn't sure if there was contact there. AOR running wide on the exit of that curve, and now that is Max AFC and the Audi that's getting interested, making it a 5-way battle here. Ooh, as they were getting a bit lively through the Schumacher chicane. Hopefully we won't see too many of that one going on. And this pack could be gaining on the McLaren of Mazda, so we could see 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 and 14 in the same battle for the same piece of road. You just saw the McLaren go out of the shot there. Big old battle going on here. One mistake is going to completely jumble up this order. God blimey, we're nearly 10 laps in. There's still lots of battling. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cars in this group. Neptune then having a look, possibly on the inside of Franco Drove's, not quite over Ahojek rather, wrong Aston. Round the Coca-Cola curve again. On board with the Bentley. The Aston's got the pace on him at the moment. HFO and Brzancic have swapped position, so Brzancic didn't have a good run up to the Dunlop curve. Up to the Coca-Cola curve rather. There's Phantom Hamster, he's broken away from Fast Draw. And this Graw, look at how close Neptune is on the back of Ahojek. One wrong move by the Aston, and that looks like the Bentley's going to have that position. Speaking of which, let's get back up to the front then. Vadim has still not broken away to a massive degree. Only 1.2 seconds, 1.5 seconds or so in between first and second. That roof is defending for all he's worth. Oh, and again, that's on board with Morvik. Can he do anything about it? Still no defensive play by the roof of Star Classic there. I think Morvik must know he's got the pace. Whoop, lost camera there. Morvik must know he's got the pace over the roof at the moment. They're definitely breaking away from Wacky Razor behind. Is this now the opportunity for the Bentley as they've come through turn 13? But no, again. Ooh, watch the white lines there. Star Classic. Star Classic did not get a good exit from through the last chicane. I've just seen Neptune and Max AFC have swapped position. Oh, Morvik's gaining. He's had a good turn. out of Coca-Cola curve. This is definitely the opportunity for the Bentley now. Can he get it done on the inside of turn 1? He can, but can he complete the move before 2? Star Classic still on the outside of him. Morvik's on the racing line. Star Classic throws it on the inside then. Morvik given the racing room, but Morvik's got the pace. He's got it done. Second place to the Bentley then. That has been 10 laps in the making near enough, and that position is now Morvik's. Can Star Classic fight back and do anything about it on board with the roof? Can he try and get that position back again? Time will tell, but the extra pace that it appeared that the Bentley had, I would be surprised if Star Classic has an answer for him at the moment. Wacky Racer can see this battle going on, but is quite a way down the road. He's not going to be able to do anything better. There's one tyre, and that's Nick Mido behind him. Oh no, it's not. It's Conan McCoy. I do beg your pardon. Getting my roofs all muddled up. That's one tyre that's just come into the shot. Conan McCoy, Nick Mido, one tyre. One tyre's broken that 155 mark. Same as the Bentley. But Vadim has now done the same. He's got the fastest lap with a 154.7 as he did last time around. And there he is. If the camera would kindly keep up with him. Look at the gap he's now got over what is now the Bentley. But with the Bentley now free of the roof, and look at the gap that he's built up now. Now he's not having to battle with Star Classic. It's already about 2 seconds on that straight. Nicely done. Whoops, Star Classic. Keep it clean, sir. A lot of talk about obeying the white lines. Whilst it's easy to do on occasion, repeated offences as one tyre was fell foul to will have quite dire consequences. Conan McCoy, Nick Mido, one tyre, fairly equidistant to one another. Groby's quite a way back from one tyre. There he is. He's just coming around the Coca-Cola curve now. So he's quite a way back from one tyre, but he's in clean air. Frankadros up to 9th now, with Gonzo behind, Hojak behind him. Max AFC, it is Neptune that has disappeared from this group. There he is. He's behind the McLaren of Matsura. I saw the names change position on the overlay. It could be that the Bentley had a cut track penalty. We have seen him do it already once, and that's the inside of turn 1. Is he going to get it done before the McLaren turns in? Ooh, Neptune really had to turn hard in there to avoid an impact, but an impact was averted, and the positions do not change. Oh, I thought Neptune was going to dive on the inside of Matsura at turn 3 there, but thought better on it. And on they continue. That pack still pretty close. I mean, Gonzo is right with A. Hojak at the moment. So that's got a lot of legs to go. Gonzo tried to get a good drive out of the forward curve, but had nowhere to use the pace. Down to Dunlop. Ooh, that didn't look like a good line for either of the Astons there. Gonzo had a good run, but couldn't use the pace again. A flash of the lights there from Hojak, I wonder. Could have been. Groby, one tyre, Nick Murdo. Conan McCoy, let's get back up to our... Look at the gap that Morvis got for himself now. Now, let's see what the last laps were. 154.7 is the best for... Look at that, 1/100th of a second off his personal best. Morvik, he gained half a second or so on the Audi of Vadim that last lap. Oh, talk about consistent. So, the Bentley beginning to close in a bit. It's not a massive lead that Vadim has for himself. And this is where he found himself not too long ago. It wasn't last week, because that was Groby's race, well and truly. A couple of weeks ago, Vadim had a narrow lead over one tyre, but chose to pit, which did not pay off for him. And that is Phantom Hamster you just saw at the top of the shot. Oh, poor Phantom Hamster, he's had such a torrid season. He just has not got to grips with the roof, sadly. It's been a great shame. I have raced against him a couple of times. He's pretty quick, but just has not had the best run of luck at all here in the Pro League. And I'm going to get back to this pack here. Frank Adros under pressure by his teammate Hojak for 9th place. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, all in fairly short succession. There's 4 of them. Looking at the timings, not a lot there. Gonzo's got a great ringside seat for the Battle of the Astons ahead of him. We come down to Dunlop. Whoops! It was Franco Doris having a terrible entry into Dunlop, then very wide again for Ahojek, but that and it doesn't enable him to get on the power that little bit earlier, so he could be intentionally taking a wide line through the Dunlop curve, through the Schumacher S's. No, that was okay. Plenty of tyre on the road then. Ooh, Ahojek went too deep! And Ahojek's gone off the road and spun it. Oh, goodness me, he just caught the curb at the wrong moment there. It's unsettled the car. He's now down to 14th position. He's back underway. So that elevates Neptune and Mazda up a position. Neptune still keeping the pressure on the McLaren ahead for 14th position at this time. It's a battle just ahead of him, still going on strong. I've clicked on the wrong thing. I now have my steam overlay. There we go. That's how close they are for 12th position. The McLaren had a really good drive out of the Coca-Cola curve there. Neptune doesn't particularly have an answer for him. He's now got into his rhythm. He's going to have a look on the inside at one. Can he get it done? Oh, slow that big fella down. And he does. The move is done, and that is 12th position to East Neptune. Nicely done, sir. Oh, that was a big slide there for Franco Drake in the Aston. He managed to hang on to it, but that was very, very marginal. I think he had to work hard to hold on to that one. That group of three continuing their battle. Further up, well, there he is, Grovey. He's completely in no man's land. Water tyre is getting ever so slightly closer to Nick Mido ahead. It's 2/10 faster, nearly 3/10 faster than the McLaren last time around, as they have just come through the Vosteiner curve. I prefer that name to Bit Curve, frankly, according to my map here, but there we go, it's not up to me. One tyre, so there's a way to go yet. And the gaps are not so big in between each car. Whoa, and that's I thought so. That was too much of a cut there. Warntide's got himself a cut track penalty. All that hard work has just been binned, and he's going to have to chase that McLaren down again. Mido continues to stare at the back of Colonel McCoy's roof. About 2.5 seconds between those two, give or take. There's Wacky Racer. Continues to the Star Classic UC. Morvik really has broken away from the roof. What was the laps between the top two? Is 1/10 in Morvik's favour. 155.1 to 155.2 for Vadim. Vadim doesn't have to push too hard. Just maintain his pace, but you must know that Bentley's there. You'll know the timings. Morvik's having a stunning race here today. His season has been a little bit mixed, to say the least, but he's having a good time here today. Just 600 seconds. 600 seconds? That's not good. That's quite a long time. 600ths of a second off of the fastest lap set by Vadim. You all know how quick the Audi driver is. Star Classic really is losing time to the cars ahead. If people are running no pit stops, that's maybe it could come to him later. Star Classic could be backing off the pace a little bit to preserve his tyres. 155.3 last time around, so he's keeping in decent pace with those ahead of him. Wacky Racer just a couple of tens off of that pace himself, so he's having a good time here as well. Great effort for him in fourth. Colonel McCoy had a bit of a tangling up last week in Zhuhai. Hopefully he has a better time here. There's Nick Mido in the orange McLaren, trying to close down the roof ahead. 156.5. So he didn't have a good lap last time around. Lap times this time 154.8 for Vadim, 155.1 so for Morvik. So the Audi is picking up the pace a little bit. 155.2 Star Classic, 156.1 for Wacky Racer, 156 dead for Colonel McCall, 155.999. Nicely done for Nick Mido. So all pretty consistent pace there. Worn tyre as well. Ooh, he did. It looked like he got a little bit out of shape in turn 1 there. Could just be the way camera angle made it look. His last lap, 1:55.4. So half a second up on Nick Mido, but of course having to re-chase down ground that he had previously due to that cut track we saw him do. Groby, around there somewhere. There he is. Oh, look at this battle here. That's Franco Droz with Gonzo, Max AFC, and Neptune for company. Matster has fallen out of this pack. Hojek has fallen out of that pack as well. So last time we looked at these, the order was a bit different. Oh, locking up the inside wheel for Franco Droz there. And Franco Droz still driving on a pad. I think he just done it. I think he does brilliantly well considering that particular fact. Gonzo, try and do something about it. Franco Droz having a bit of a slide on the exit of the Warsteiner curve. No, that was the fourth curve. Beg your pardon, getting my curves wrong. Oh, Franco Droz again darting to the inside very, very early on, but does successfully defend from the roof. That does keep that pack of 4 very tightly packed. These guys have been pretty much in this battle all race long. So, that was a bit of tyre smoke there from the Aston. Oh, Gonzo's had a good run. He's got the inside of the Aston. Can he take that 9th position? No. Franco Droz managed to turn in. Oh, there was an impact between the Audi and the Bentley. I think it was. Neptune did back out of it after the event to ensure that he didn't gain a position unfairly. Nice and fair. Nice and clean racing there, sir. Still, this battle for 9th goes on. Oh, Gonzo having a think about on the inside. That was the Aston leaving plenty of room. Franco Droz knowing that somebody is there, leaving racing room just in case. Can Gonzo do anything about the Aston this time? Look how close they are. Oh, goodness me. Where has Neptune gone? There he is. He must have had a cut track penalty. Max has got a... Oh, blimey. He's... looked like for a second he was going to dive on the inside at turn 1, but I think it was just a little bit later on the brakes than Gonzo ahead of him. Looking through the timings, this is the closest battle we have at the moment, so we will stick with it. Oh, look at that again. That's Gonzo trying to get on the inside of the Aston Martin. He is determined to get past Franco Droz, but Franco Droz doing brilliantly well with the defensive driving. Again, you see the Aston's positioning. And the tyre smoke can be a little bit misleading. He's got no choice but to steer completely full in. Oh, goodness me. Gonzo had to back out of that to prevent impact with the Aston Martin. Oh, look at that. Because of that, Max has capitalised on it. Got the inside of the roof for 10th position. And that is done before they get to the Dunlop curve. Nice opportunistic move there by Max AFC. Very nice. So now Gonzo has a different battle to try and win over. Now Max in the Audi is going to have a crack at the Aston instead. Through pit curve they come. Franco Droz still leading the way. At the back of that shot there you just saw Matzer and his McLaren. He's not too far behind. He could capitalise on a coming together or a mistake by one of these three. Nice defensive driving. Oh, well, that was well played by Franco Droz. It looked like he was going to turn in slightly too early and had to adjust it. He did that pretty well. Nicely done. On board with the Audi. A little bit wide, but he just about kept a wheel on there. Again, staying pretty equidistant. Lap times then. So these guys are doing the 158s, 158.4 for Franco. 158.1 for Max, 158.9. Oh, and that's very wide for the Aston. But neither Gonzo nor Max could capitalise on it. Very, very close here. Through turns 2 and 3, through the Mercedes arena. And Max bowed out of that because to avoid an impact. Oh, careful doing that, Max. He said he didn't gain. Cutting corners is cutting corners, I'm afraid. Oh, he's having a look on the inside of Franco Droz, but no, Franco Droz shut that door. Through they come. Through the Ford curve. Gonzo didn't quite have as good a drive out there as the Audi. Oh, look at that. You saw Max go for the inside line, but that tends to be where Franco Drost has been taking that corner anyway. So brilliant defensive driving by Franco. He timed that move perfectly. And the Audi remains in 10th position. Oh, that's not a good run through the Schumacher S's for either of them. This will bring Gonzo back into play. But again, he just cannot close in enough to make a move. Whoops, a bit of a lock up there by Max. Through Warsteiner again. And through the Hetzenbecks. Can any of them do anything about their position? Franco Drost continuing to defend. Max having a look on the inside. Too far back for that. That's better. Oh, Groby and Warntyre swap position. Warntyre's in. Now that's interesting. I thought Warntyre was going to go for the zero stop, but he's chosen to pit. I wonder if they're finding that the zero stop is not an option. So Warntyre is in the pits then, and out he goes. Where does he reappear? Max and Gonzo and Franco have just gone past him. That's HFO coming past. Franco Drost and Max. Oh, Max had a dive on the inside, overcooked it, and Franco Drost regains that position then. Briefly, what is now 8th position, change hands. Whoa, and that's Gonzo going wide on the exit of 2. 3 wide at 3. Oh, how they didn't take each other out. Oh, goodness me, that was close. Oh, Franco Drost has gone too wide. That's going to give the position to Max. Nice opportunistic move there by the Audi again. And can Gonzo capitalise as well? Side by side with the Aston. Round the, I've lost track with the R4 curve. Gonzo's gone on the power. Still side by side, heading down to Dunlop. And that's 9th position to the roof. Franco Drost has lost 2 positions in 3 corners. Oh, Gonzo, can he hold it? Yes, he can. Well, hell by the roof there. Franco Drost now down to 10th place. And Warntyre emerged in 12th after his stop. But he may not be the only one to do the pit stop this time around. We will see as we are fast approaching the halfway stage in this race. Oh, Max going very wide. Oh, Franco Drost very, very deep into the Kuma curve. Oh, bouncy camera again. Look how the Audi and the roof have broken away from the Aston already. Gonzo and Max continuing that battle. That's Warntyre and HFO. Warntyre, of course, with the much, much fresher tyres on the inside of the Bentley. I think HFO would have known that he's just come out of the pits. Didn't put up too much of a fight there. And through goes the roof. He's Neptune. Saw that. Careful with that corner, sir. We've already come a cropper there. Can Warntyre now get the hammer down and make up for lost time? The 228, of course, because he's just been through the pits. Some way down from the leader, but he's got half the race roughly to do it. Speaking of which, there he is, Vadim. Still with Bentley just behind him. Star Classic really has fallen away. Look, you can't even zoom in the shot. Some 6 seconds down now from this lead battle, and still barely more than 2 seconds separates first and second. What a stunning effort by both of these drivers. Round Hatzenbecks-Borgen. Down to the Vidal chicane once more. Do they pit? Ooh, Vadim didn't have a good run there. Orbit taking it easy as well. No, who's that coming in? That's Fast Draw coming in from 17th position. Vadim and Morvik choosing not to pit. They could be going for a zero stop, but we haven't hit the halfway point yet. Star Classic, however, is in. So we're seeing front runners coming in. That gives me an indication that we will not be seeing zero stops. Nick Mido is in. Conor McCoy has chosen to go on. Groby. Is that Fast Draw out? No, that's Fast Draw in the pits. That's someone out though. Oh no, that's the nose of my car. My mistake. I don't know how many more times I'm going to fall for that one. Wacky Racer now out in 3rd position due to the pit stops. Conor McCoy in 4th. That is Phantom Hamster. You saw directly behind Wacky Racer there. And Star Classic just come out of the pits then. Groby's gone through. He's up to 5th now. And there you see that roof directly ahead of Star Classic is Faster, I think. There is Star. He's coming out in 6th position, so good stuff for him. Nick Mido's just coming out of the pits then. He's in 7th. Oh, and that's Max AFC. Is he going to beat him to the corner? Yes, he does. Nick Mido gets that 7th position. Oh. Nick Mido and Max were shown to have swapped position, but as you clearly saw, they didn't. So McLaren then comes out in 7th. Max in 8th. Gonzo 9. Franco Joe's 10. That camera's really disorientating. There's one tyre now. He's in 11th and chasing down his pack ahead of him. Now, this pack ahead have been squabbling for quite some time, so it could be a fairly easy overtake, but one mistake could cause fairly big devastation. There's Neptune in 12th. In the lead, Bentley, HFO in the next one, with AO Jack now in 14th. Brzezinski in the Mercedes, continuing on his way. Master's around there somewhere. There he is in the McLaren with Phantom Hamster. Oh no! Phantom Hamster's just spun. That was at that's at the Vidal chicane. Oh, I thought he was stuck for a minute there. And Vadim's in. Race leader Vadim and Morvik, first and second, both in the pits at the same time. Wacky Racer is your new race leader here. On board with Vadim. That's Colonel McCoy. He's gone through to second. Whose pit crew is going to get out first? Will Morvik jump for Vadim in the pit stops? No, they were released. They had a pretty much identical length stop, but of course Vadim getting to his pit box slightly earlier. They go in tandem and come out in tandem. Vadim out in 3rd place. No one attempting a zero stop strategy, but this probably means that is the only stop we are going to see from these guys. One stop would look to be the order of the day, but we've seen it before. We've seen people do a scheduled pit stop and not beat those doing a zero, so we will see. There's Ease Neptune grabbing a few places. Franco Joes is in. Max is as well. Max just getting to his pit box. Franco Joes in his. HFO is in as well, so a big tirade. Torrent was the word I was looking for. Of drivers coming in. Aho checking as well. Brzezinski's choosing to continue in the Merc. Just trying to find other people. There's HFO. He's continuing. Neptune, as we saw. That's Phantom Hamster getting out of the way. Back into the front there, Wacky Racer, our new race leader. He leads the way by about 12 seconds or just over. Is he going to continue or is he going to pit? He is about 30 seconds, give or take, ahead of previous race leader. No, in he comes. Wacky Racer choosing now to come into the pits. Excuse me. What will Colonel McCoy do? He does the same. So first and second will be coming in, and that will hand the race lead back to Vadim. But he has got that angry, snarling Bentley directly behind him and much closer than when they were battling before. Look at that pack there. Is that right behind Groby? It is. That's Groby. Star Classic we've seen go through the pits. Groby probably has. And Nick Mido is a little way back. Wacky Racing, Colonel McCoy, they're in as we saw. And Vadim and Morvik retake first and second position, but Groby's right with them, look. Groby can't have pitted. He must be either going for a very, very long first stint, or he is going to go for a zero stopper here. But he's got Star Classic right behind him. He has pitted as Nick Mido and Colonel McCoy swap back around. And that's 6th and 7th position there. And there is Nick Mido. For some reason the interface gets a bit lost around there. Colonel McCoy. There's one tyre. He's now to 8th position, following other people's pit stops. I think it was his 7th when he came in, so he's roughly back up to a position where he was before, with everyone ahead of him having pitted. Careful on those white lines on the outside of turn 5, 4 and 5, as these two come through turn 6 and 7. As you can see, the interface getting really confused about people going through turn 1. And again. So I think that's it happens when people come out of the pits. So I haven't seen it happen every single lap. Mazda in 10, Max 11, Gonzo 12. That is really disorientating when the camera does that. And Francodo's 13th. There's Ohojak. He's come out of the pits in 14. HFO. How he comes. There's Brzancic as well. Wow, they came out close together. HFO and Brzancic. That's 15th and 16th. Fast draw. We saw him come through the pits earlier. So Brzancic now has a fresh set of boots on, along with the Bentley directly ahead of him. So I think that's everybody that's been through the pits now then. Look at that! That's one angry Bentley there. Both of them setting 155 zeros. Just half a tenth in it between the pair of them. Vadim having to defend from the Bentley then. Vadim looking to capitalise on the bad day. The worn tyres having to extend his championship lead. And that's Wacky Racing. Groby's what position? Is Groby in? Yes, he is. Groby has finally decided to ditch those tyres. I thought just for a brief second that Morvik had got that lead, but not quite. Not quite. Oh, that's so close. Just come through 6 and 7. Down towards the Dunlop curve. Can Morvik do anything about the Audi? Ooh, great positioning there by Vadim. That's denying Morvik a decent run, but look at that. He's really nailed to that rear wing. Through the Schumacher races they come. It's very easy for the chasing car to get out of kilter because of the lack of downforce in the slipstream. Nicely handled by both of them. It's not like at this stage that the Bentley's got the pace over the Audi. But we will see. We will see. This is a potential opportunity for Morvik, but I don't think he's got quite the additional pace he needs. And again, Vadim doing a great defensive job there. No impact. Nice and clean there. Up to Coca-Cola again. On board with the Bentley again. There's a beautiful sound glitch coming in once again. Oh, Vadim had a great exit from Coca-Cola curve. Morvik had no answer to it. But Vadim's got nowhere to relax at the moment. Bentley is just waiting for an opportunity to fling one on the inside of the Audi. That battle is gonna go on for quite some time, I think. Could be the Bentley's got a softer compounded tyre on than the Audi. Could be that the Audi's not pushing too hard too soon. Of course, these have got to do another 18 and a bit laps to get them to the checkered flag. So we will see. Worn tyre's not been able to get any further positions from 7th. At the moment, I'm keeping an eye on him. Obviously, he's the second in the championship, so keeping a close eye on him. Star Classic 3rd. He is in 3rd, so a decent race for him. There he is. What was his lap? 154.7. Nice, just 44 hundredths of a second off of the. Oh, look at that! I just noticed Wacky Racer's got the lap of the race, fastest lap of the race by 1,000th of a second over Vadim. Woohoo! Nice! 154.751 against 154.752. Nicely done with the McLaren. Very nicely done. Don't discount him then. Down to the Rideau chicane again. And Vadim looks like he's been able to get a bit of a gap. Oh, and now the Bentley's got the sound glitch now. The background, you just saw Star Classic there. So Vadim has been able to open a bit of a gap then to the Bentley that last lap around. What are we? 154.745. And that's only 6,000ths of a second quicker than the Wacky Racer. Really tight. Top 4. The best laps of them are very, very close. So Vadim then has begun to stretch his legs. That got him to about 3/10 over Morvik with his last lap. Last time around 155.0. Star Classic 155.1. So it's not quite up to that pace, but he's certainly not far off. 155.0 for Wacky Racer, so he's certainly matching the pace of the top three. Gained a 10th on Star Classic, but he of course has got company in the form of Nick Mido, who himself did a 155.3, so he lost 3/10 on his McLaren brethren. There's Colonel McCoy. He did have Warm Tyre for company, but Warm Tyre has lost a lot of time from somewhere. Was that last lap around 2:01? So he's lost a colossal amount of time there. Perhaps he got himself another cut track penalty. We did see it earlier on. So either way, he's now 7 odd seconds down from Colonel McCoy. He's now in 7th position. Neptune then, rather on his own in the Bentley. The rest of the field are fairly spread out. Groby, that's Phantom Hamster he's catching up to. In 9th place, Mazda in 10th. Gonzo 11th with Max AFC not too far behind. He's being chased by Franco Rose in the Aston, 13th. There's Franco's teammate in the in the Aston. 14th position, HFO, some way behind in the Bentley, 15th. He's still going. We have not had, I don't believe, any race retirements unless Fast Draw's gone. Brzezinski. There's Phantom Hamster. We have indeed lost Fast Draw. I was just looking at that, realising he was 2 laps down. Fast Draw is out of the race. So 1 retirement then at the front. Look at how close these guys are. Absolutely unbelievable. $16 laps to go, so long way. Apologies for a gap in the commentary there. It's a small matter I needed to deal with here. Unfortunately, I actually have to leave my commentary post for a few minutes. I will leave you with this incredible battle. Oh, just before I do, Mazda is falling through the field. There he is. Mazda is in trouble. He's, I think he's probably had a spin on the way into the Vidal chicane, and whilst trying to recover, he probably got himself a cut track penalty for good measure. I managed to do exactly that on the practice out. So Mazda now down to 14th position. What a terrible run of luck for him. Right, there is a matter I must see to you, unfortunately. So I'm going to leave you with this battle here for the lead between Vadim and Morvik. I shall be back as quick as I can. He doth return. I do apologise for that. Oh, his Neptune is falling through the field. What is going on with him? He's in the pits again. I did not expect to see anybody else pitting again. He has some damage to sort out. Whoa, very deep into turn 1. For a quick tyre change. Don't know. These two still going at it, hammer and tongs, I see. Let's get on board with the Bentley. Again, the team just able to keep enough pace between himself and the Bentley to keep Morvik at bay. 155.5. I think that is the best lap. Yeah, the best lap of the race goes to Star Classic then. At the moment, of course. Last lap, 154.8 for Vadim, 155.0 for Morvik. I don't think anybody can say this has been an easy. This will be an easy win for either of these two. Oh, Morvik didn't have a good run through 3, 4, and 5. He's lost a bit of time there. He comes through 6. Ooh, again, bit deep into 6. It's going to compromise him into 7. But on he goes. And in the background there we saw Star Classic. Into Dunlop once again. And that up ahead is Brzezinski, I believe. Yes, it is. Through the Schumacher curve. Oh, a bit too deep there for Morvik. But keeps it going. Through Kumo and Warsteiner. Never more than a second between these two. The whole lap around. And into Vidal's chicane once again. And so at this point, the Morvik seems to close the Audi back down again. Just does not have enough in the tank to be able to get past him. Vadim just about has enough to hang on to keep the lead at the moment. Last lap's around 155.2, 155.1, 154.6 for Star Classic behind. Vadim really having to stick to the inside there to keep the Bentley behind him. Around the camp. Into 3, 4, and 5 yet again. Well, 5 is a bit of a non-existing corner, frankly. Into 6 and 7. Brzezinski could. It really depends on when they catch him. It looks like he's going over, unless he really backs out of it. Oh, flash of the lights by Vadim. Brzezinski's resumed the racing line. This could be trouble. Oh, it's Brzezinski did the only thing really he could do and jumped into the sand. Very nicely done. Star Classic has definitely gained on these two a little bit. And along they go. Down towards Kumo and Warsteiner once again. Still plenty of distance to go in this race. Just at the top of the shot, you can see Star Classic. And here we see the Bentley close back in on the Audi. Not able to do anything with it. Into Coca-Cola curve again. Both the drivers getting a pretty good exit. Lap times this time are 155.1, 155.2. A tenth back to the Audi. This is going to go on for quite some time, I think. If I look at, we've got other battles going on, of course. Gonzo and Max AFC here in 9th. Camera catches up with them. Well, there we go. Whoops, we just see Max going a bit wide at the Dunlop turn. Oh, big slide there by the roof, but he keeps it going. So there's a battle here. Frankadros and AOR have swapped position from the last time I spotted them. These three fairly close together. AOR, Frankadros and Master. Have we lost Phantom Hamster? We have lost 2 drivers now from this race. What a shame. And again, we jump up into this lead battle. Oh, the Bentley getting very close there to Vadim. Hopefully I now won't keep being distracted. I do apologise for the breaks in the commentary there. Through the Schumacher as again, on board with the Bentley. He's got a bit of momentum on the Audi, but cannot use it. It's not enough to try and dive onto the inside of Vadim. Again, expertly positioning his car to keep the defensive line covered. Through Kumo and Warsteiner again. You can see how the Audi's staying right in the middle of the track. Keeping the inside line covered, but able to then jump back out for the racing line. Through the Vidal. Oh, is this Norvik's opportunity? No, again, that's a very short straight up to the Coca-Cola curve. But he's staying right with the Audi. With the Audi again, just able to keep enough momentum. He's gone straight to the middle. And Morvik then getting into the slipstream. It's not really going to be enough. Down to turn 1 this time around. Lap time's going to be nearly identical. 55.0, 54.9. Yeah, so it's been a tenth in it for lap on lap on lap on lap between these two. Absolutely incredible consistency by these two drivers. Morvik going a little bit deep into 3, but not really gaining or losing anything as a result. Through 4. I keep slipping to this, switching rather to this position in case we see a move by Morvik then. Again, lovely defensive driving by Vadim. This is, of course, slowing them down, but I mean, what's Vadim going to do? He's not going to let the Bentley through, is he? This is going to be an opportunity by Morvik, but no, he couldn't get on the inside line. Vadim had already covered it off. Through Dunlop. And they can just see every time we look back at Star Classic, he's getting a little bit more on these two whilst they keep squabbling over the lead. It is bringing Star Classic ever so slowly back into this battle, but it's whether he's gaining enough to be able to make a difference with 11 laps to go. Through Warsteiner again. Again, the Audi just having that little bit more oomph to get him away from the Bentley. The Bentley able to reel him back in again. Into Vidal once more. Nicely position, well done. You can hear Star Class's roof in the background there. Around Coca-Cola curve. It's whether Vadim can sustain this pressure for another 10 laps. 10 laps to go here at the Nurburgring. Times again, 54.9, 55.2, so 0.3 to Vadim's favour, but again, Morvik's already right back on top of him. 54.6 by Star Classic, a good 0.3 on Vadim there. Still quite a gap though between Vadim and Morvik, so it could be that, mistakes aside, Star Classic may run out of time before being able to get involved in this particular battle. But again, Vadim could be playing the tactics here. Morvik may be playing the tactics for all I know. He could be keeping the pressure on, but not necessarily pushing at 100%, just to keep enough in his tyres at the end to have one final push. Who knows? I'm sure as hell not going to jump into Discord and ask them. Not at the moment. So, Morvik, what are you doing? Wee bang! Yeah, that was not... I wouldn't be too popular for doing that. Schumacher once again. Morvik maybe a little bit hot there. It looked like he hit the curb quite hard, but it's not really lost any time on Vadim. Through Kumo and Warsteiner yet again. And for another race in a row, pretty much every race this season. Well, the last race was a bit of an exception because the battles we were seeing weren't for the lead, but most races we've seen in this division have been for the lead for the most amount of my streams. And that just up ahead was HFO. I think it was HFO anyway, it just went out at the top of the shot. Bit of dust there by Vadim into Morvik's face. 55.0, 54.8, so another 0.2 in Morvik's favour. Oh, again. Look very close from this perspective, but from here it doesn't look quite as close. Identical line through 2. Downhill, heavy braking to 3. Sweep round into 4. Not taking too much curve. Don't run too wide on the exit. Through a non-existent 5, that tiny right-hand king. Sprint down to 6. Medium speed left-hander. Into the forward curve, turn 7. You see Morvik's front right wheel lock up there, but it's already off the ground, so it's not really causing any problems. Down to Dunlop then. Heavy, heavy braking zone into the hairpin turn. On the gas straight away. Back up the hill through the Schumacher S's. A little bit of a lift, no particular braking going on there. Line is absolutely crucial there. Through the Kumo curve. Back on the gas for the Varsteiner. Tiny bit of brakes. And there's the sound glitch on the roof we just heard there, Star Classic. The Hatzenbach Borgen. Flat out right-hander. Into the Vidal chicane, 14.15. There's the Bentley of HFO. Coca-Cola curve, 16. Complete your lap here of Nurburgring. These two are pretty much attached by an invisible rope. 54.7, 54.8. That was nearly Vadim's fastest lap of the race. The fastest lap of the race still belongs to Star Classic of 1:54.567. Only 22 hundredths quicker than previous holder Wacky Racer. So very, very close there. Take a drink here. Let's hope that HFO doesn't influence this battle too much. Again, I find myself in a position where I want to look away because, again, there's other battles going on. Lots of other drivers pushing as hard as they can, but this battle just could change at an instant. One tiny mistake, someone getting in the way, whatever, it just could completely change in a heartbeat. And HFO doing the right thing there, getting off the racing line, getting off the power, letting both cars through, and then can get back on with his day. Morvik particularly there, using the curb to try and turn the car back round to the right. Well, that was interesting. Vadim took a bit of a wider line on the entrance of Kumo. My camera has been staring at Morvik for the best part of 10 laps now. Through Hatzenbeck again. Looks like Vadim's opened up a little bit of gap on the Bentley this time. We've seen that gap come and go pretty much since the pit stops. But just before the pit stops indeed. They'll be mindful they've still got time to do what they need to do, but that time is getting shorter. For Vadim, it will not come quick enough. Again, he jumps to the middle quite early compared to the line Morvik takes. Morvik takes a much wider entry into 2 than Vadim does. Whether Vadim feels he has to do that narrower line to defend, I wouldn't be at all surprised if that was the case. I'm going to risk it. I was just about to look away with him, but again, Morvik had a good drive out of 4 and 5 and has stayed right with Vadim. They come through 6 and 7 because our battle again I want to check up on is Mazda, Neptune and Frankadros 12, 13, 14 as that battle is still pretty close, but again I just dare not look away. I know as soon as I look away these two are going to change around or there's going to be something go on at the front here. So apologies guys for those that are wanting to follow other drivers in this particular race, but the battle has been so close to the front here for so very long. Again, you can just see Star Classic in the bottom of the shot. but I don't think he's going to be able to gain enough. Oh, a bigger pardon, that's the Bentley of HFO. I thought that was Star Classic being in the game. Star Classic last time around. He lost nearly a second actually last time around. That's what it is from Morvik's view. Come into Vidal chicane again. Ooh, now Vadim had a good run actually through the Vidal chicane. Morvik had quite a deep entry into that. Around the Coca-Cola curve, that's going to give Vadim that little bit of breathing space he needs. You'll see with the lap time then the difference, 55.2, 55.5. So that 0.3 will dwindle, will disappear as this lap goes on. And you see the difference in the line that Vadim took that lap to last lap. He didn't go anywhere near as early to the apex this time, as he knew he had that, albeit very small, but it was enough gap to prevent Morvik throwing one on the inside. Right, now my opportunity to check up on the battle I mentioned earlier. It's not there, it's this one, which is Matster in 12th, with Neptune directly behind him. Fragator's not far behind, there they are. So it's basically a carbon copy of what we have at the front, except for the front of this pack is a McLaren and not a roof. So it is 12th place Matster being chased by... Whoa, and that was Neptune getting a bit squirrely there. Through the Schumacher S's. Again, these guys have been battling like this for quite a long time now. Oh, that's Neptune having a look. He's got the momentum, but brilliant defensive driving by Matster there, and that has prevented Neptune from using the extra pace. He has to think about the inside of the Vidal chicane, but thinks better of that one. Can he do something on the inside of Coca-Cola? He's gone to the inside of it. He's going to have a try, but Matster has got the momentum. Or has he? There's a Coca-Cola. Matster did indeed leave enough space. Ah, hello, Rasrug. Good to see you. Is the elite race done? Oh, nicely done. Oh, that was close again between Neptune and Matster. Another battle that's fairly close is this one here for 9th position. That's Max FC and Gonzo. Oh, no way, Rat Rug. What happened? Checking with our leaders again. Deem and Morvik. So very close. 5 laps remain here at Nurburgring. Run through the order. Vadim in the lead, where he has been near enough all race long. Oh, I've heard of the double upshifting issue. Oh, that is a shame, Ratrug. It's never good when you retire, but when you retire for a game bug, it's never good. We've just lost Fast Drop. He's dropped out of the server. He had retired quite some time ago. Oh, very, very close there for Morvik. Again, this battle still going on. The Bentley keeping the pressure on the Audi. No matter what Morvik tries, he's not been able to get in position to challenge for the lead. And no matter what Vadim tries, he cannot shake this persistent, angry Bentley from his tail. It's good to see a different driver up the front. And Vadim really has had to work for this one. As has, of course, Morvik. 3rd position, Star Classic. He's been thereabouts all race long. He's not quite had the pace of those up front. Whoa, careful cutting there, sir. Wacky Racer briefly had, well, I say briefly, he for a few laps did have the fastest lap. It was a great race for him in the McLaren in 4th position. Nick Bindo, not too far behind, but far enough to be unable to challenge. He's had a steady race in 5th position. Conor McCoy in the roof. Again, steady race for him. Worn tyre has had, by his standards, a pretty disastrous race. He's in his qualifying position or thereabouts. I forget if it's 7th or 8th now, and has been unable to push to the field. Groby, last week's winner, has been pretty steady for him in 8th position. Gonzo still has max AOC for company in 9th and 10th, Roof and Audi respectively. Hojak in the Aston. Where has Franco Drones gone? Franco Drones has fallen through the... Oh no! That's Mazda! Are we facing a disconnect for Mazda? Because that's a weird accident to have. Mazda in the McLaren is out of this race then. Looks like he has disconnected. That's a shame. We have lost another from this race. We lost Phantom Hamster a little while ago. There's Brazantic in 16th and HFO in 15th. Back up to the front. Vadim just managed to open up a little bit of a gap now between himself and Morvik. Has he saved some in his tyres, I wonder, for this phase in the race? Does look like he's managed to open a little bit of breathing space between himself and his Bentley companion. Again, all it takes is one mistake. Said it many times over. Up to the Coca-Cola curve then. That's Mazda falling to the back of the field. He is out of this race. I hope that's not the sign of a disconnection. Of a mass disconnection, rather. 3 laps to go here at the Nurburgring, and still less than a second between the Audi and the Bentley, although it was 3/10 to Vadim's favour that time around. But you can already see it's on that main straight that the Bentley just closes right down. That's Mazda gone. Bentley just closes it on the Audi, but the Audi just seems to have the edge in the corners, and that is Franco Drones you just saw go through the shot. It's not been a day for the Aston Martins here today. It certainly has been one for Audi. Home turf for the R8. But Morvik still looking to rain on that particular parade. Down to Dunlop again. Morvik will be hoping for a mistake, trying to pressure Vadim into making an error of some description. Looks like it's the only way that Morvik's going to be able to prize that win from Vadim. But of course, unless Vadim could run out of fuel, I suppose. But we have seen the lead change hands because of fueling problems. It has happened before, so we can see what happens. Vadim has certainly had the vast majority of the lead of this race, but by no means has he had it easy. First half of the race was relatively comfortable for him, but post pit stop he made some kind of mistake just before the pit stop phase, as Morvik was right with him. And there we just saw Starkless again through the shot. As they pitted in tandem on the halfway point. They both came out at the same time. Now this could be an opportunity for Morvik. You see Vadim has felt the need to defend. He's gone to that middle line. And no, Morvik just could not build up the pace he needed to challenge into turn 1. 3-2 again. Penultimate lap. Less than 4 minutes to go. This will be where the defending driver knows that win is in sight. Nerves will be playing a part in this particular battle. Oh, look how close Morvik is this time. And again, the Audi just getting enough of a drive out of turn 7 to keep Morvik at bay. That is what we've seen time and again. Morvik has got the pace to close the Audi in, just not quite enough to get past him. Vadim has got enough tyres and pace left just about to keep him at bay. But this could be an opportunity then. And no, Vadim again, brilliant defensive driving. Great positioning. Morvik must be getting so frustrated. Oh, but he's had a good run out of that turn. They're now going to be side by side. He's going to have the inside for the heads and back, but that's not really the inside he wants. Morvik is just going to nip into the lead. No, not quite, but he's just got the enough pace. But those are very tight inside line. Oh, careful with the cut there, Vadim, and that remains in the Audi's hands then as Franco Drost gets out of the way of the leaders as they come around the Coca-Cola curve for the penultimate time. And the Bentley did not have a good run that time, so that's going to lose him a little bit of those vital tenths that he needs to stay in touch with the leader. Into turn 1. Two. This is where the team has gone away a bit as Groby and Max have just swapped positions. Let's just have a look at that. Oh, Groby's made a mistake somewhere. That's around turn 7. And lost the position as a result. He's not too far away from where these two now are. Turn 6. Oh, Morvik's gone deep there. Held onto it well for turn 7. Down towards the Dunlop curve for the final time. Can Vadim hold on for another half a lap? Will Morvik steal it? It's going to be very, very close. Up through the Schumacher S's. Up towards the Kumo curve. Slightly wider line there for the Audi. Borsteiner on board with the Bentley once again. And it's just no answer. The Bentley of Morvik just cannot close that Audi down enough. Through Vito again. And again Vadim defended the inside line for the Coca-Cola curve. And there's no mistake there by the Audi. So your winner here at the Nurburgring is the Audi of Vadim with a very close second. A brilliant drive by the Bentley of Morvik. Nicely done. Absolutely incredible drive there. And Morvik actually had a quicker, faster lap than Vadim did. But third place, 2-star classic. He's kept himself to himself, broadly speaking. But he does come away with the fastest lap, 1:54.567. Wacky Racer, what a run for him as well. And his fastest lap wasn't far off the top either, 1:54.754. Nick Mido comes home in 5th position in the next McLaren. Colonel McCoy and the roof claims 6th. HFO is not in 7th position. It's this man, Worn Tyre. He's just weaving around. He's not anywhere near anyone. May as well enjoy the last few miles. 7th is, well, he will be 7th when he crosses the line. 6th has already come across. Brzancic's just crossed the line. And just take as wide a line as he likes through the Vidal chicane, sorry. Round Coca-Cola curve. And claiming that 7th position then. As slowly as he likes. Is he going to stop? Not quite. Worn Tyre in 7th. Here is Gonzo. He was chased by Max pretty well to the line there, but Gonzo takes 8th with a Max 39 in the Audi. Here comes a Hojak in the next Aston to round out the top 10. Yeah, we saw Franco. We saw unbelievable that you had a disconnection. Here's Neptune then. He's claimed 11th in the Bentley. And that, I believe, is everybody then. Oh, Groby's still running. I beg your pardon. Last car to cross the line. Here he comes. Sadly not able to repeat his great performance from last week. As Groby then claims 12th position, and I jump straight to the pits. And that is it. That is the race done, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for being with me throughout the race. And we will see you right here next time for more AOR action. Thank you very much, and good night.